Welcome back to the final challenge of survival of the greenest, EcoBites. Today I'm creating a zero waste meal from wild jungle ingredients. That's right, coconuts, banana leaves, and clams.
Let's go looking for them.
Oh wow, I've been glued to this show for hours, and honestly, my brain feels a little fried. Don't tell Mia versus me, but I think I've seen enough survival of the greenest for today. The survival of the greenest got me thinking though. It's easy to get caught up in fast, convenient meals, but we don't always think about how much waste we're creating. What if we thought more about what we're eating? We could try putting together something simple and sustainable without leaving a ton of trash behind. Mia versus Justin would probably be out here making a boat out of banana leaves or something, but we don't need to go that far. We can live sustainably right in our kitchens. One way to do that is by cooking with whole foods. What do you know about whole foods? Whole foods are minimally processed, like fresh veggies and chicken. They're more nutritious than processed foods and help reduce waste because you can use more of each ingredient, like carrot tops and kale stems. Now that we're thinking about sustainability, let's take a quick look at what I've got in my fridge and pantry. Some leftover rotisserie chicken, carrots, broccoli, an onion, a few potatoes, garlic, a bit of kale, and some floppy celery. How could we use everything we have here to make a meal with as little waste as possible? Take a second and brainstorm how you'd use the parts of these ingredients that people usually throw away. Got some ideas? Here's what I'm thinking. First, I'll pull the chicken apart to put on a salad. Then I'm gonna roast the carrots, broccoli, and potatoes. Roasting brings out their natural flavors. Plus, it's an easy way to cook these whole foods without adding a lot of extra ingredients. Just coat them in a little oil, toss them in the oven, and let the heat do the work. Next up, we should find a way to use these carrot tops or kale stems. These parts are often tossed, but they have great flavor. What do you think? Well, I've heard you can make a pesto by blending them with garlic and oil, so let's try that. It might not be perfect, but it's all about experimenting and using what you have. If you're not sure whether you can eat certain parts of veggies or fruits, you can always look it up using a trusted source. All right, a chicken and veggie salad with roasted vegetables and homemade dressing. But we still got things like chicken bones and veggie scraps left. Seems a shame to toss them. So, I've got this salad coming together, but what about these leftover parts? Chicken bones, floppy celery, vegetable skins. It feels wasteful to just throw them out, right? What could we make with these scraps? Well, when I was on that cooking show binge, a lot of chefs said that chicken bones and veggie scraps are perfect for making broth. Instead of throwing them away, you can simmer the bones in water with some of these leftover veggie skins and make your own stock. It's super easy. You just need to let it simmer for a while and boom, homemade broth. You can also make broth from fish bones and heads, beef or pork bones, or even leftover seafood shells. You can use broth to make soups, flavor mashed potatoes, or even cook rice. Cooking with scraps is about extracting their flavors before you toss or compost them. Can you think of other ways to do that? You could use onion and garlic peels to infuse oils or butter. Once the flavor's there, you can strain out the peels and still get that rich garlicky taste. This is also a great way for people with sensitive stomachs to enjoy them. Even whole herb stems like parsley or cilantro can be added to soups or stews for flavor before they're tossed. By using all the parts of food, we found another way to reduce the amount of waste sent to landfills. Not sure what parts to use? No worries, there are tons of trusted recipes and resources that can help you use scraps safely and creatively. It's all about learning how to get the most out of your ingredients. So, we've already used the bones for stock, pulled out flavors from the veggie scraps, but we've still got some leftovers. What should we do with what we have left now that we've gotten all that we can out of them? One option is composting. Composting is the process of recycling organic materials like food scraps and yard waste into a nutrient-rich material called humus. Microorganisms break down these materials over time, turning them into soil that's amazing for gardening or improving backyard plants. But why compost instead of sending food scraps to a landfill? Well, food just doesn't break down efficiently in landfills. When food waste gets buried under layers of trash, it can't break down properly because it doesn't get enough air. Instead, it creates methane, a powerful greenhouse gas that's harmful to the environment. When we compost instead, the food waste breaks down naturally with the help of oxygen and microorganisms, turning into soil without creating those harmful gases. All right, I've got a few items here. Onion skins, the used chicken bones, potato peels, garlic ends, and a used paper towel. What do you think we can compost and what needs to be tossed in the trash? Great brainstorming. Let's compare our piles. Based on how we've sorted these items, what do you think are the general guidelines for composting? In general, anything plant-based like fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and even tea bags can be composted. On the other hand, things like meat, bones, or dairy products shouldn't be composted because they can attract pests and they take a long time to break down. Finally, let's take a look at the used paper towel. Can it be composted? It depends. If the paper towel was used for something simple, like drying your hands or wiping up water or food spills, it can go in the compost. Paper towels are made from natural fibers that break down easily. But if it was used to clean up something like grease or chemical cleaners, it needs to go in the trash. Composting items with chemicals or grease can mess up the composting process. To start composting at home, you'll need a separate compost bin or pile. Add food scraps like fruit and veggie peels, coffee grounds, and eggshells, then mix them with yard waste like leaves or grass clippings. Every few weeks, turn the compost to help it break down faster. In a few months, you'll have nutrient-rich soil ready for your garden. If you're unsure about composting, check your local guidelines. Some areas even offer compost pickup services. Sweet! We've made the most out of our food, cooked with scraps, and even composted the rest. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty proud of this zero waste thing. And I'm not hangry anymore. If you're able, take a look at what's in your kitchen and jot down 3 things you could either cook with scraps or compost to cut down on waste at home. Wait, what's that noise?
I can't believe it. I won! I'm the ultimate eco-warrior! But, small problem. Now I need to figure out how to get off this island. No one wants to... So, Justin, I've got this wild idea to build a boat powered by compost. Yeah, it might sound strange, but
And on that note, I'm going back out to the compost pile. Remember, using whole foods and scraps is about more than just avoiding waste. It's about living more sustainably and making the most of what you have. We'll catch you at our next adulting adventure.
Hey!